Welcome everyone. This is Zeffie Davy and this is my channel on YouTube. And today we have with us Christine, and she is actually connects to the Women International organization that I met a few years ago here in Greece, actually. And I had the pleasure for her to invite me to do like a little mini workshop for the people, for all the women, which had to do with the archetypes. And since then, we've really been connected and we've been having really a great time. She travels all over the world and connects women from all over the world. And this is the thing of the energy of the week that we're doing. We're going to be connecting women from all over the world. And she's from Norway, but actually she lives in Switzerland. So that's a very interesting energy, Christine. Welcome. I am so honored to have you in my energy of the week. So what do you think about this, living in Norway, growing up in Norway, but actually living in a very conservative, different kind of place like Switzerland, and doing this woman work that you do for so many years?
Oh, thank you so much. It's amazing. I mean, yeah, it's like I grew up in Norway on the wild west coast, very connected to nature, almost all the elements, the mountains, the open sea, nature, and also in a very egalitarian country where you have, it's one of these places where the women and the men have maybe most similar situation compared to many other places on earth. And in Europe, maybe the most conservative of all the countries is Switzerland. So it's a tricky one. And at the same time, sometimes we find ourselves in places where we are also really needed. So it's not that where you are should necessarily be the easiest place, because maybe also there are things for you to do, and feeling needed or being needed or being appreciated for your work is very important. So it could be that you are in a place you don't really understand why, but then you realize that, wow, they need me here, and because of that, it's important I stay. So that could be it. And also, it's very important always. I have moved a little bit. I have gone to Japan. I lived in Italy. I've been here, and I think sometimes, I mean, not all people. Some people are staying where they are, and others of us are also being called to different places, and being able to listen to that and take action when you feel you are needed to go somewhere, whether it is for doing a conference or meeting like I do, or even to live there because your energy is needed there, or you need that place, because this is always a dance between the different dance partners, and your dance partner can be a place, it can be a thing, it can be the energy of exactly the place you're.
Well, you're actually right, because I lived in Sedona for 30 years, and now all of a sudden I decided to just get rid of everything and move to Greece. But I'm still a gypsy. I travel to Egypt, I travel everywhere. And I think you're absolutely right. Sometimes our energy is really needed in different places because we've done enough in that original place. And then we also connect, as we say, the ley lines, correct? Like you connect the lines in the world, and you help others that way with the Women International Conference that you put together all over the world, me doing my work, we just connect. And I think this is the energy right now, to connect and create.
Connect and create. And this is also, and for many of us, that's what I bring. I connect people, ideas, energies, and things, and I create. That's how we create. And for instance, now I'm planning something in Italy, and I have a very strong need to go there. I'm called again and again to go to Rome because I feel something is emerging there. And I realized, okay, I need to be there, I need to be here, I need to be in North. I go a little bit around these places. And I know we've had a time where we haven't even traveled very much, or not so much because of these lockdowns, etc. And when you're talking about energy, I feel that right now there's a little bit of this in the air of being invited to soon we can travel again. And also, I had like a few moments last week where I said, oh, now I'm going to travel. And then I also felt, well, just a little careful. It's as if I still feel the need to be a little protected for a little bit more, if I can put it this way. So yes, the energy is opening, and we are seeing sort of the light at the end of the tunnel, but not a bad tunnel. It could also be like a womb where we have had a chance to hibernate and nurture ourselves also. And it's opening, and at the same time, it's important, I sense, to do that in a gentle way, because for many, I've been like pioneering new things in my life, and I feel that, oh, there's something new that's about to come, to be birthed in this, and to allow that enough time, not rush it out too quickly, is also important.
No, I agree with you. It's kind of like you said, you know, the womb and the light in the end of the tunnel. Because
Yeah.
when we get into the womb, that's when we connect with
Yes.
the mother, you know,
Yes.
and we create as mothers,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
Women create through that. So
Yeah.
it's really powerful, I think, for us to really be gentle, because we haven't been gentle for a very long time in our lives.
Yeah.
And we, as women, we pushed to get somewhere. And now it's like sitting back and feeling our feminine, powerful energy.
Yeah.
You know? And I think that's so important. Thank you for that. Connect, create, and
Yeah.
come into the womb in a gentle way.
Yeah.
It's such an amazing message. Yeah. So
yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, and then there's another thing I've been reflecting on over some time, and it's becoming very clear now that also the things we do don't always need to be so necessarily that large, or because we are so used to doing this sort of linear way, you know, like, okay, this is where I'm going, and I'm gonna have growing things bigger and more, which is actually the masculine paradigm. Well, there is also this growth in our vertical dimension, and coming together, and growing there, and then the ripples of that will emanate something to the world that can attract, and whatever will happen based on that it's what will be very interesting now, I think, as more and more have started to work this way. And I still think that's very important. We have to catch yourself too, because everybody's so programmed to this forward thing. Well, maybe it's actually this way.
Well, it's very interesting because I had talked about the vertical energy in one class that I was teaching, because it's so powerful to bring that energy down instead of out. And vertical energy brings you in, correct? It brings you to inside to take care of yourself and then grow from the inside out instead of going from the outside, you know, this way. So now we're taking care of ourselves, bringing the energy through. And I think that's such a, how do I say, that's such a powerful message to get the vertical energy and grow from the inside out. Running and being the doers, because that is a masculine energy. Nothing's wrong with that. But now they need to come into balance also.
This is the thing, it's the balance, because it's so beautiful. We need also this fantastic going forward and structures and of the masculine. It's absolutely needed. And we also must really enjoy and pay attention to the beauty of the feminine. And this is where we need to pay the most attention. I mean, most need to do that, because that's where the least of, or the world around us have put the least attention to that. So many of us are programmed to that. But of course, also, many women are very natural in their feminine, and some men also. So it's actually what's natural. It's just that it's been taken away. So now it's also this take the time to really discover what is natural and who are you in your naturalness. And that's very beautiful.
And also, you know, coming from Norway, that naturalness is inside of you, correct? Is that balance? Because the masculine and the feminine there, from the ancient times, they're kind of equal. The women were warriors, the men were warriors, connected to the elements. They pray to Odin and they pray to the goddess, and
they do,
you know, and that was all so much inside of you that now I think, stepping back, and those 2 years of lockdowns, what I think was very important for the whole world.
Absolutely,
to withdraw and understand our energy and gather it inside instead of like keep pushing it out. And then we don't get sick that way. We, you know, we grow in a very graceful way, and really much beauty because we connect to the elements and to the earth.
Yeah.
So that's amazing. I didn't know that you were from Norway, and I'm very excited.
Yeah. Viking girl, right? And it's
Viking.
interesting because also now they found on various Viking sites, etc. They saw the women were there also. It was not just the men, you know. So this having had this warrior quality as part of it, and also they found also from all sides. So the Vikings had the men had respect for the women. It's not just a new phenomena. This thing of equality of the sexes. It's something that's been around for a long time. Yeah, so that's very exciting.
You know, and it's interesting because, you know, I being a Greek and you being from Norway,
Yeah,
have all these ancient traditions inside our bodies and
yes,
DNAs.
yeah,
It's so important how we can give it to others, but in a
yeah,
very different way now, you know,
yeah,
but with that blend of the ancient and the new, but
yeah,
we have to leave behind a lot of what doesn't serve us, but still we can keep the essence,
yeah,
correct?
yeah, exactly. Yeah, because there's a lot to also let go at the moment. And talking about the energy of this time, I think that's also now to as we are being gentle in going out to the world, also now really take the time to let all these residues of things, because I think many of your listeners have worked a lot on themselves, but there could be still stuff that not needs to, you know, we need to let go. Oh, every day there's new things comes that we need to let go of. That it's cleaning up stuff you need to do all the time. But it's sort of the big spring clean, let's say, just continue. I feel that's very important. So we are really into this new way, very ready to, as an empty vessel, to take on what the next will be.
Absolutely. You know, and actually I feel like you're saying as we're cleaning the dust from the little corners,
Yes, yes.
and then we become empty, but then the new energy will come down and really create something more incredible. It's like the
Yeah,
connection and the
yeah.
creation that we talked about.
Yeah, and
And
so much is, yeah, it's coming down, and also I'm noticing it's coming up.
yeah,
It's a, yeah, that was also like, oh my God, the earth, just like us, is evolving, you know, and it's like, ooh, we are all emerging. So it's very exciting.
so we have, you know, I feel very lucky to be alive right now.
Yeah,
And I keep saying that I feel alive to, you know, so grateful for this experience and
yeah,
as a soul. And I'm so happy that we are connecting because we are very lucky that the world is changing and shifting, and we are kind of the pioneers of this
yes.
for the next generations to come, you know?
Yeah.
So it's really amazing. I get chills as we're
Oh,
sharing.
me too.
So yeah, so hopefully I will have you more often on the
Absolutely, that would be a great joy. Yeah.
yes, and we can, I'm leaving for 2 weeks to go to Egypt, but after that I'll come back and we'll put the schedule together.
I would
But
love to.
it was amazing to have you. Thank you so much for being part of it, and
Thank
I'm
you.
honored to have you, and we'll talk soon.
Absolutely. Okay.
Everyone.
Bye.